How's everybody doing today? How was everyone's day? How's everybody's week going so far? Happy Monday. If you're having the Mondayest Monday ever like I am, say hi. Throw in some comments here. Just getting started, guys. You haven't missed anything yet. Okay. So, if you're new, go ahead and comment new for me so I know who I'm working with. And I'm big on interaction, guys, so the more interactive you guys are, the more energy it gives me, and the easier it is for me to connect with your spirit guides. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. So glad to meet everyone. Hey, Elsie. Miss you, boo. Okay, so the last few weeks have just been all about career. Oh my gosh, I feel like we need to switch it up a little bit. How about you guys? Love life has been on everybody's things. Hey, Christina, how you doing, babe? Everybody has been asking questions about love. Elsie, poor thing. Love and relationships. It's the #1 question we get in this industry. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull cards from the tarot, my Lunasomnia deck, and then I'm going to clarify with love messages. So what that means is I'm going to clarify, give you a little bit of insight about. I don't answer the personal stuff. I don't answer the personal stuff unless we're doing like a one-on-one reading, which I can do during the live after the collective reading, but those are 22. So if you guys want one, the link is in my TikTok bio on how you can pay me. Thank you, Elsie. I have Cash App, PayPal, or you can go to my website and pick the top button, which is the first time tarot read, or I can't remember, mini tarot read. I can't believe it. It's on there. Anyway, so God, Source, Universe, I always start answering with a prayer, or I start my readings with a prayer every time so that we can get the spirits welcomed in and we can thank the divine creator for all that he has done for us in the very near future, our whole lives, and to be coming to the future and in the present moment. So, God, Source, Universe, please help me connect with my spirit guides as well as the collective spirit guides so that we may have the answers that we need to hear in this now moment. Only for our highest and best, doing no harm to none. Thank you and amen. So, spirits, spirit guides, angels, sages, we need answers on this love situation because there are lots of questions floating around. There's lots of paranoia. There's lots of suspicion. So sometimes your guides come forward with stuff. Oh, I just got the chills. Your guides' guides are talking. Holy cow. So usually when I first start reading, I start letting them come in and tell me some things that are going on before we even start. Some of you guys are really suspicious of your significant others or people that you are interested in. You're not even in a relationship with yet. It's not so much that they're cheating. It's just they're showing the exhibition or the behavior of a cheater. So they're not necessarily cheating. This is for some of you. There's a lot of you in here. So take what resonates and leave the rest for everyone else. And this message is timeless. So when you hear it is when you're meant to hear it. Kelly, this is for the collective. So everybody in here right now is going to get answers to the questions that they have. So you just need to pay attention and listen to the things that Spirit is coming through and saying. Hey, Angie, how you doing, babe? So, jeez. Okay. 7 of Wands. That's my hater card. And then 4 of Wands in the reverse. Yes. Okay. I try to angle this so that you guys can see what I'm doing better, but my phone stand doesn't work like that, so. 6 of Wands. Tons of, oh my gosh, tons of sword and wand energy. I'm telling you what, it is just, that's too many. Just one at a time, please. Sometimes Spirit goes faster than I can. So if a card shows up in the reverse, that means that it's an internal situation, or that the situation has gone differently. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Lots and lots of hard work out of you guys. Feel like it's mostly on your part, but you got to remember that in a relationship, it takes 2 people to mess things up. So it's not all your fault, and it's not all their fault. It's both of you guys. Something went down. Three of Cups in the reverse. You guys. This is very, very interesting. Very interesting. 2 of Wands. That's a choice. The Emperor. I knew he was going to pop out in this. That is the masculine energy of things. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So, the 7 of Wands, that's the hater card. I'm hearing either you're being the hater or you have a hater on the outside looking in. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles is the base for the reading. So the base for the reading is like the hard work is paying off. And that means the hard work that you've put into this relationship is definitely paying off. And your partner is thinking right now. You're like, you've made them think really hard about a certain situation. And then you have the 4 of Wands in reverse, which means there's lots of healing going on. You're coming out of a healing situation, and that's what the work has been about, is you guys have been kind of working on yourselves and looking inward, which makes sense because at the beginning of the month, 7 planets were retrograde at the same time. So that was a little crazy for everybody. But when the planets go into retrograde, that means that it's an introspective time and you need to go back retrogradally into your situations. See, I just said people are suspicious like crazy. So this is the reading for everybody that has those questions on if somebody is cheating on them. They're probably not. And it's probably your own insecurities popping through. But I always tell people to follow their intuition. And if you follow your intuition, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be right. Or you could just be really freaking yourself out over absolutely nothing. That's the 8 of Cups here. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself. So the 4 of Wands, you're starting to get through a healing situation. And then your 6 of Wands, 4 of Swords, you're getting over your healing situation. And then your 6 of Wands is hard work paying off. Like finally celebrating. Hey Jamie, how you doing, boo? It's one of my girls. So the 6 of Wands is a very celebratory card, and it's in the reverse. So this is like internal celebration and more self-pride. You guys are starting to finally get over that self-sabotaging talk. Hey Monica, welcome in. It's very nice to have you. We all have that problem with self-sabotage. The broken record in your head constantly telling you you're not good enough, you're not going to be able to do this, and it could be either from childhood wounds or past relationship wounds where it's been a really toxic situation that can really affect you. Right? Amen, Angie. She got that self-love going on, y'all, right there. Yes, ma'am. But this is a celebratory card because you're coming more into your self-love and you're learning how to love yourself on a deeper level. Because honestly, if you're in a relationship and you're constantly having to question things, you need to start looking at the issue of maybe I'm not happy with something about myself. Because if you're not truly happy with yourself or healed from things in your past, you cannot truly be happy in a relationship. So it's just, it's spirit telling me, it is common sense, it is personal experience. Once you start to learn how to take care of and love yourself and go in for self-care, then you can start understanding how to love another person and to let them love you back. Because you could be with somebody that treats you so good and it's probably the best thing that ever happened to you, but you're not going to believe a word they say because of the shit that's happened to you in the past. And it's not their fault. They didn't cause it. But unfortunately, you're holding things against them that you didn't work out from your past situation. So it could be a lot of that stuff. Your Eight of Cups here. This is hard work paying off. So career-wise, yes. This other person that you have in mind, it seems like somebody that you have in mind is the person that's in your mind right now is either a love interest or you're still with this person or you guys have broken, I'm feeling some kind of separation in the past and you may be rekindling things, but that's another thing that needs to be worked on too. Is using your discernment and figuring out if this person is really who you truly want to be with, because it's like, who do you want to fill your cups? I'm talking about everyone in here, sweetie. I'm talking about, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Personal situations, some of you are in relationships right now and you feel like they're cheating. But, so with the Eight of Cups, you're almost there. You're almost there. It's like you've almost got everything lined up in a row. She's holding this one here and she's got all these things up in the air here. It's like options. And that could be career. It's like you're trying to figure out how to balance everything. And the Page of Cups in the reverse. It's very immature energy. It could be a new start, a new beginning. Yeah, this is Pisces energy. There's water underneath and he's got a fish in his cup. So Pisces can be relatively emotional. And with that card coming up, I'm sorry, I got bit by a mosquito all of a sudden. With that card coming up, it's a very, very emotional time for a lot of people, which makes sense because the last full moon we just had was in Pisces and it was a rough one. But this one is in Aries, where Aries tends to be more meticulous about things, very structured. And that's where the Three of Cups comes in. And that's also a water sign, but Aries is a fire sign. So we've got all elements represented here. But your Three of Cups comes in because you're internally starting to overcome your things and you're feeling more full on the inside because you're starting to realize that you can be okay even though you're not in a relationship. Or if you are in a relationship, you're realizing that you can live without this person, but you're choosing to have them in your life and you guys are choosing each other, because that's the important thing. If you're in a relationship where you constantly choose each other, that is the relationship you want to be in, because you don't want to be in the one where you're basically just there because you're stuck or you're there out of obligation or you feel like you need to stick around because you put way too much work in and nobody wants to be the one to call it. Fuck it. Be the one to call it. Here's your decisions right here. Your Two of Wands. This is a decision you're kicking around. I think some of you that are asking if this person is cheating, I don't think they're personally cheating. They may be entertaining the idea, but it's just because of the situation that you guys are currently in is exhausting. Like right now, I feel it's stagnancy. It's feeling stuck. It's boredom. It is. Yeah, that is another thing coming up, babe. This is a love reading for right now, though. So career can get you know, into it later. Is it Shayna or Shauna? The links are in my TikTok bio. So I have Cash App, PayPal, or you can go to my website. Probably Cash App or PayPal would be easier for you when it's 22 if you want to do a reading. Or if you want to do a more in-depth reading, you can go to my website and check out the different services I have on there. They're all in my TikTok bio. Anyway, so you have these options going on. I don't think the person is cheating on you. I think what you're doing is searching for a reason to call it. And you want it to be their fault so that you can go away guilt-free. I think you guys are feeling guilty, like you want to end it, but you don't want to be the one to call it, and you don't want to seem like you're breaking up with them for no reason. It's just a stagnancy thing, and you're just not happy, and that's fine, but it's good to talk these things out. You got to talk these things out, especially with the Emperor here. This is a needed conversation. This is a conversation that is long overdue, and you guys have got to talk it out. If you don't communicate with each other, then what's the point of being in a relationship? It's the key that keeps things alive. You have to talk to each other. Instead of, I hate to say it this way, instead of coming to me to look for answers, talk to your person. I mean, I can tell you all you want. I can tell you exactly what Spirit is telling me to tell you, but unless you take the actions and do it yourself, Spirit can only tell you so far. Because everything Spirit says to me is right. It's true. It's way to go. But you are the one that's going to decide whether or not you're going to free will yourself out of that situation. Because you do have free will. And if you take the advice, then things will start working out in your favor, and then it'll happen for a reason. It may not be everything that you want it to be, but it's stuff that needs to happen so that the good can come in. That's where the Tower moments come in. If this is resonating for you guys, I need you to keep tapping the screen for me and share this out and keep interacting with the live. It just helps people, it just helps me with the algorithm so that TikTok doesn't bury me in the necessary abyss of where everybody else goes. So this is just communication issues, I really feel like. This Emperor attitude needs to come up and just be a little bit more masculine in it rather than the feminine side of things. Everybody's got a masculine and feminine. Everybody's got a good and bad. You got to take the good with the bad or nothing good will ever happen. Like, you know, it's balance. So I feel like there's a lot of blaming going on, either self-blaming or constantly blaming the other person, but nobody's willing to look at themselves and see what they're doing to contribute to the downfall. Apparently, I called you guys in here tonight with this live to bitch at you. I'm sorry. This is really tough love tarot stuff. This is like an introspective, like, all these cards, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 9 cards are in the reverse, which means it's internal issues going on. So, you guys, I hate to say it, Spirit comes through, you come through asking certain questions, you're going to get answers. They may not be the ones you want to hear, but they may be the things that you need to hear. Kind of like, you know, take your medicine whether you like it or not. Just saying. I'm not here to make you feel bad or bitch at you or anything like that. But thank you, Angie. I mean, some of us need a kick in the butt. I'm one of those people. I live in my own little world until somebody just pops up and says, hey, you're being stupid. Check yourself. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I can screw shit up too. So it's all about owning your own things and coming to the fruition of your own truth. So if you come to your own truth and you start realizing who you are, it helps you find your most authentic self. And then when your most authentic self comes out, you'll start to see who the people are in your life that are going to support that and be on board with that, or they need to get the fuck out. Because if you can't be your true authentic self with somebody, that is not, it's like living in a cage. I'm claustrophobic. I can't help that. I'm sorry. I just, you know, whatever. But, and then we have the last is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. That's your financial stuff coming through. I keep hearing, I'm getting it together. I'm getting it together. Gotta get it together, gotta get it together. So it's like you're trying to, either the person you're interested in, you're waiting for them to get their shit together, or you're trying to prove to them that you've got your shit together. Because they're like very meticulous, very calculating, very by the book, logical, where if you're anything like me, I'm kind of like, hey, let's go play in the woods. Like, I just don't like to adult. I hate it. But, you know, showing somebody that you're getting it together and that you're making it through and you're able to actually live a fun life too, that's where you two could complement each other actually. But I feel like a lot of you guys have been trying to prove to the other person, for better or worse, that you are getting your shit together or you have your shit together so that they can start coming to fruition with things and figuring out if they actually want to be with you. So, this is a really cool deck. It is the Love Oracle deck. And they have messages on them. So, we've heard what's going on with you guys. Let's hear what's going on with the person you're crushing on or your significant others. This is going to tell us what they're thinking about you. So, God, Source, Universe, can we please have messages from the spirit guides of the collective, as well as myself, so that we can hear the messages that their significant others are thinking of them in this now moment, only for our highest and best, and doing no harm to none. Thank you, and amen. So we're going to clarify these cards with the messages from our significant others. Can we get a clarification for the Seven of Wands, please? The future. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. I want it all. Okay. This is where the hater card... Okay, see, this is why I love Spirit. They just give me everything I need to know. So this is... Remember, I told you guys this was my hater card. People on the outside of your relationship or people who see you pursuing a certain person, they're putting out the hate vibes because they don't want to see you succeed. Misery loves company. This person, though, is the only person you need to be worrying about. Don't worry about the people on the Facebook. Don't worry about the people who are checking in on your stuff and stalking your social media and all this other crap. Don't worry about the people gossiping at you at work. It's none of their damn business. It's between you. I feel like this is a relationship that you are wanting, or you already have, that most people don't approve of because it's very unlikely, or it's, I'm hearing mismatch. Like, people don't think you two belong together, but it's like, when you got a soul connection, you got a soul connection, and there's really no walking away from that. So, fuck them. And just because they're in a shitty situation doesn't mean you have to be miserable too. So they can take their haterade and go suck it. I'm really sassy today, by the way. I apologize. We need clarification for the Four of Wands about what the significant other is. Oh, here it is. You are my... What did I just say? Guys! I've been doing this for 15 years, 20 years. I can't even remember. And Spirit still never ceases to amaze me. I still get so excited like it's the first time I ever got validated. I just said the soul connection, you can't walk away from it. They are thinking about you right now. You are my soulmate. Can't make it up. Thank you, Spirit. It must be written in the stars because you most definitely are my destiny. We belong together. We belong together. They put songs in my head all the time, so if I have musical Tourette's, I apologize. Oh, it's funny. You'll see, Ange. You'll see, Ange. Oh no. Come back. Okay. Sorry. My contacts dried out. The Six of Wands in reverse, clarifying that for the person who is thinking about you. Playing games. This is a game to me. The way I'm acting, responding, or posting it to get your attention. Okay. So, here's what that is. Okay? They're playing games. Because the people who were asking in the very beginning of this reading, I said stagnancy, boredom. You guys are either getting bored or they're getting bored. So you're starting to play games with them or they're starting to play games with you. I'm reading both of your guys' energy. All of the people in here, I'm reading everyone's couple energy or the person that you're interested in. So, oh, thanks, Ange. No, I don't do yes or no questions. So the thing that's going on here, it's not a game just to play with you. The thing is, they're bored with the situation and they're tired of waiting for you to communicate with them. So they're trying to get your attention by making you jealous. Or you're doing the same thing with them. If I'm reading two different people's, well, right now there's 14 people in here, so you double that. And however many people you got, I don't math. I just cut the hairs and read the things and paint the faces. And so anyway, so Rachel, this is for everybody, and this is a love reading right now. So if you pay attention to what's going on in the reading, you'll probably get your answers. Okay. I love you too, Elsie Boo. Okay, Shasha Shays. I don't know if I said that right. #1 glitter bed. Congratulations. Okay, so everybody's like, I don't want people to play games, blah, blah, blah. Be freaking real, okay? We all play the games, all right? Everybody plays the games. You play the games right now. Watching this right now, just tuning in, whatever. I'm sorry if I'm yelling at you and you don't know what's happening yet. But everybody plays games. I play games. You play games. We all play games. It's what makes life interesting. Depends on the games you're playing, though. That can be damaging. I play games like with flirting, that type of stuff, just to see if people are interested. You have to play these games because otherwise you just sit there like a lump and you're not interesting. I mean, admit it to yourselves. Just say it. I play games. It's like going on a dating website and these idiots, I don't want anybody with drama. I'm sorry, I'm 36 years old. If you're 36 or older, bitches come packed with drama. It's just a matter of what you're willing to put up with for the rest of your life. We all got crazy. It's just a matter of what type of crazy and what level of crazy you are willing to deal with. That's it. So, y'all, spirit be spitting today. Playing games. So, it's like I said, even before, it's not that they're cheating. They're playing to see if you give a shit. Clearly you do if you're in here asking me these questions. So you need to go have a conversation with this person. Girl, same. I got 3 boyfriends in my desk drawer. Anyway, you did not need to know that. I'm just very close to y'all right now. I'm so sorry. That was a lot more information than you guys needed to know. Anyway, I can't believe I just did that. Ooh, I hope my dad ain't watching. Anyway. Oh, shit. Holy crap. It is a new kind of level today, guys. Anyway. A little story time to help you guys relate. I've been a single mom for 14 years. I have been single for 11 of those years. And I am perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. I'm happy with myself. I love myself. That is the most important thing. It took me almost 11 years to fully get there, though. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. So if you guys are so worried about what this person is doing, I'm at the point now where if I get in a relationship and I'm like, if you're going to go play, have fun and take your shit with you. I do not need a person in my life, okay? I have been by myself for a very long time. And quite frankly, perfectly okay with it. But, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very transparent. There are those times where I get real lonely and I wish I had somebody to snuggle with. Or come home and maybe the kitchen's all cleaned up and I'm like, oh my God, I don't have to scrub the toilet since I got home from work. It would be nice to have somebody to do life with that doesn't make me want to kill someone. But I don't know if that exists. Is it on the way for me? Maybe. But it's really tricky to read yourself. So, but the thing that's important is you have got to learn that you are okay without another human. And that you are going to be fine if this other person goes away. But if you find that one person that you can connect with on a whole other level, and you know for a fact in your intuition and your heart of hearts that is just a connection you do not find every day, then you might want to pay attention and try and work on that stuff and see what happens with it. And look at it this way. I've put up a wall, have you? And now I'm learning how to let that down a little bit because I'm depriving myself of being really freaking happy. Like, I'm happy, but it would be nice to be happier. So if I deprive myself of that all the time and don't start looking into things and having adventures and stuff, then what the hell's the point of life, It's just something, that's something I've always wanted. So why keep pushing it away? If I'm worried about getting hurt, then I should never leave the house. I would rather have a few years, few months, few days, few hours of something incredible and feel amazing. And if I get hurt, I'll get over it in a day or two, a month or two, a year or two, depending on how deep in it I was. But I would rather have the few seconds of hurt than a lifetime of regret, because that is worse to live with than not doing anything at all. So don't deprive your guys' self of having a fun, full life. It's not fair to you. So, had a kid, didn't work. I know. I'm not saying anybody does need a man, but if you have an opportunity, just go with it. And don't worry about it. I mean, if you wind up getting hurt, then it's like, okay, well, I kind of expected this, so you can't get as upset. But would you rather sit there and go, oh, I wonder what would have happened if I actually talked to that dude? It's a trade-off. You got to figure out which one you'd rather deal with. So your 8 of Cups. Mother wounds. This is what the other person's thinking about, or this is what you're thinking about if they're pursuing you. Mother wounds. My mother is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine feminine energy within me and externally. What that means is this Emperor here, very stone cold, very no emotion, very flat. So some people that have mother wounds have very hard times connecting with their feminine selves because that nurturing part of them was stifled as a kid, or they didn't experience what it's truly like to be loved unconditionally. So maybe you or that other person needs to work on how to do that and show them that it is possible to be loved unconditionally no matter what. Because when people find that they have somebody that's willing to work through things with them, they tend to stick around and don't play as much. The games tend to chill out a bit because they know that you care. They think that you're just there and don't give two shits about them, then why would they stick around? Just saying. What's for the Page of Cups in the reverse? Whoa. I just said immature energy, new beginnings. They want you to have their babies. Or you want to have their babies. I want to have a family with you. I know you'd be an amazing parent, and I dream of the day I can experience raising a family together. They're seeing their future with you, y'all. Yeah. They are totally hardcore thinking about their future with you guys. They really are seeing the big picture with you guys. They really are. If they have been cold lately and not really showing their emotion towards you, it's not that they're not thinking about you, because they think about you all the time. Twin flame. What did I just say? They're thinking about you all the time. When you meet your twin flame soul connection, it is a thing that is, you are just bonded. You are constantly thinking about each other all day, every day. Even though you don't text all the time or call all the time or constantly leave comments on each other's social media, what have you, doesn't mean they're not thinking about you. Do you wish they would be a little bit more vocal? Yes. But some people don't operate that way. So you have to have patience. But twin flames, that is a soul contract. You guys have signed up with each other in past lives and for future lives to be in this life together. That is a soul contract that you two have created. So the person that you are absolutely 110% head over heels about is more than likely your twin flame, because they feel exactly the same way about you. You activated my soul to find my true purpose and destiny in life. You helped me heal in ways that no one else would. Thank you for finding me again this time around. Just said soul connection throughout lifetimes. And you're helping this person heal mother wounds, all the stuff. They're helping them want the things that they deserve and that you deserve. Because up until this point, you and them both have felt that you are not worthy of a lifetime of happiness, like this card just said. But you two have you have signed up together throughout lifetimes to be each other's person. So what this means is you're actively helping them heal, because you feel a connection on a soul level. Like, you will do things for this person you would never do for another person. Oh, hi, Drew. Sorry, guys. So, little side note. I'm actually acting in a web series, and my director just tuned in. So, he's pretty funny. I'm playing a vampire named Luna. So, there you go. But, excuse me. You're actually to the point with this person where you will actually be unconditionally loving to them, which means no matter what. I'm not saying it's okay if they cheat on you. I'm not saying it's okay if they beat you. If they're abusive, you need to get the fuck out. But if they have tempers and they have, human days where they just blow up, or, they're cold or they're distant for a while, blah, 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 you in turn need to have patience, and vice versa, for when they come back to you, then you can talk it through with them and help them adjust. Just like your family would do with, well, my family wouldn't, but some people have families where you love unconditionally, and no matter what happens, you don't treat them any kind of way. You just help them work through the situations and don't make them feel less than. That is unconditional love. Always. So, guys, this is a collective love reading, and I will get to the details about it as soon as this part of it is over. We got a twofer on this one. So the Two of Wands. Feeling lost and attention of others. Here's the answer to your cheating questions, guys. Feeling lost. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do or say anymore, and it's just easier to stay in. What did I say? Neither of you want to be the one to call it. If you are currently in a relationship right now, I said Neither of you, both of you are very stubborn, and you don't want to be the one to call it because you guys have put so much work and time into this relationship. Neither of you want to end it. Even though you're unhappy, you're still not willing to give it up because it's a pride thing. Attention of others. Here's where it comes in with the playing games. I'm addicted to the attention of others. I love feeling wanted and needed. I don't feel whole without it. Comes in with the mother wounds. I don't know if you guys know a whole lot about therapy or psychology, but I've been in therapy for quite a while, and it stems from how you were treated as a kid. So, if they had a rough childhood, clearly they did because there's mother wounds that popped up. If they feel unwanted or unneeded or unimportant, they're going to start trying to get the attention of others. Maybe not because they want the actual attention and affection from said person. They're looking for it from you because you are the person they really want to be with. But since they're not getting it from you, they're trying to play games. They feel lost. And they're just staying because it's easier. And then they're trying to get attention from other people just so that they can feel desirable again. I'm telling you, this is a self-introspective thing. I love you guys so much. This is why I'm saying this. If you are not willing to look into the things that you have done or that you are currently doing and have a conversation with this person, they're going to cheat or they're going to leave. It's a thing. It's just a common sense thing, guys. If you're not putting much relationships are hard work. It is not always roses and sunshine. You have to take the good with the bad. Like I said before, the yin and the yang. You have to take the good with the bad or there is no balance. And if there's no balance, there's no relationship. It is what it is. So, yes, you deserve to have all of these things too, but you also need to put that into the person that you truly want to be with. If you really want to be with that person, you need to treat them how you would want to be treated. I'm not trying to sound like Mickey Mouse here with that whole golden rule thing, but come on now. If you want to treat them you want to be treated a certain kind of way, you got to show them how to treat you by treating them a certain kind of way, if that makes any sense. If this is resonating with you guys, please let me know. I'm big on interaction, so the more you let me know, the better I am with connecting with your guys' energy. So, what do we have for the Emperor? I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. Yeah. This is probably from past relationships or ones that you're personally in right now. Sorry if you're going through a rough time. But so some of you are in situations where you're holding on so tight because you're just craving their attention. And they're sorry on the inside, but they're so prideful and they have an image about them that they don't want to soften. So they're never going to tell you. And unfortunately, that's something you're going to have to learn how to deal. I know it's not really what you wanted to hear, babe. But like I said in the beginning, this is straight from your guides. And it's not always about what you want to hear. There's some tarot readers and some psychics that will just blow smoke up your ass and sugarcoat everything. I don't do that. I'm too honest and transparent. I'm here to tell you what you really need to hear, whether it's what you expected or not. I'm sorry. But hearing these things, hopefully you will take them into consideration and start moving forward. That's the whole reason. because you don't want to waste your time on something that's not going anywhere. And I don't want to see that happen for you. I love you guys too much. You deserve to be happy. And if you're going to stay in a situation where you're being treated a certain kind of way, it's not fair to you. And it's not fair to the other person. Thanks, Angie. So, this is another thing I'm talking about with self-love. You guys have got to start being fair to yourselves. If somebody else isn't being fair to you, then who's going to be? You have to be. You are the only person that can do that for yourself. And they're not going to tell you they're sorry. Because narcissistic people don't do that. They will never in their lives admit that they ever did anything wrong. And it's not your fault. However, it will be your fault if you continue to stay there and take it. Because you don't have to. You don't have to. Just saying. You don't have to. It's not a part of who you are, and it's not a part of your purpose. So, I would leave. It's hard to do. But sometimes you have to push past your comfort zone to get to where you really need to be. Unblock me. King of Pentacles here. This is either what's floating around in your head for you guys that are just popping in here. This is either what's in your head about somebody that's interested in you, or this is about you being interested in another person, or this is about your significant other. There's lots of different relationship situations going on in here right now. I am not answering any personal questions right now. This is a group collective reading. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the others. Unblock me. I miss you and want to connect. Please unblock me literally or energetically so we can speak. I have a lot to say. So, if you guys are trying to block someone out and just cold turkey ghost them, that's not going to help either of you either. So, I would have these communications. I told you, the whole reading, communication is key. If you do not reach out and talk to this person, nothing will happen or everything will fall apart. I don't think you understand how important it is to talk. It's not comfortable. I know. But you have to speak to people because they're not mind readers. Especially guys. If there's a guy in here, I promise I am not being sexist. This is just from experience and from what other guys have told me. Y'all need it spelled out clearly. They are not mind readers. Women are not mind readers. We're a little bit better at it. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. Anyway, but if you don't come out and tell them what's going on, it's a lost cause. They're not going to be able to. Why are you mad at me? You should know. Oh no. Like they're really not that perceptive. So you have to communicate things. No one compares. No matter how many people I've met and experiences I have, there's no one who compares to you. There's that twin flame stuff right there. They should know. Stop it. Listen, playing games. They don't know. Just open your mouth and use your throat chakra. Tell them. That's where most shit goes wrong. Nobody says anything to anybody, and then they wonder why everything falls apart. Duh! My fantasy. You're my fantasy. I have pictures and videos saved of you and use them for inspiration. I want you. Oh, my word. That's a different one. So yes, if you're wondering, they're still really into you. But there's no communication going on because they're either worried about you rejecting them, or they're worried about you, you're worried about them rejecting you. So it's the vice versa thing. Hey, how you doing, Lana? So, There's so many people, like right now, it's all, you guys are too much in your heads. I know, right? I'm a lot. I'm just saying. When all that stuff, yeah, no. I'm a lot to handle. God bless the person that tries to come into this mess, because, baby, I'm going to be a lot of crazy on the table. Poor person. I am not doing yes, nos. I could do speed read, but it's getting kind of late and people have to work in the morning, so as do I. But that was the reading for you guys. The moral of the story has been communication. Just talk to them. I mean, you're sitting here 10 o'clock at night asking a psychic if this person cares about you. Talk to the person. I love you guys. Yes, they're thinking about you. Do they want to cheat? No. But you're kind of leaving them no choice because you're not giving them the attention they need. So, I mean, talk to them. Absolutely. Talk to the person. That's the only way you're going to find stuff out. And that's why most relationships fail, is because you're so willing to go talk to everyone else but the person. That's it. So, those are the answers. You just got to reach out and talk to these people. Trust your intuition most of all. You have to talk to talk to yourselves. Yourselves is, it sounds crazy. Don't be like a crazy person sitting on the corner waiting for the bus. Didn't change your underwear for 3 days. Don't just sit there and talk to the voices in your head. Talk to your actual intuition, the gut feeling you get when you try to make a decision. You think about this person and your gut tells you something, you better listen to it. It is going to be right every time. There's so many times I did not follow my intuition and I wound up in some shitty spots. So when you start learning how to just trust yourself, stuff gets so much easier. You have no idea. So much easier, and everything just makes much more sense. Like, hey, Brandy. That's a him question. I just told everybody, you guys got to call and talk to these people. If you have questions about these people and you truly want to know, go talk to them. And in this conversation, if you're talking to them and you get a bad feeling about what they're telling you, then your answer is right there. If they're telling you, no, baby, I ain't playing you, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me see your phone. Why? Why you gotta look at my private stuff and blah, blah, blah. If we're in a relationship, you shouldn't be afraid to hide anything from me. That is called building trust. These days, it's a thing. You can't just say, oh, I'm not seeing anybody, babe, blah, blah, blah. You can't just pick up the dial, the regular phone, and call the phone company and get the bill. Like, these days, privacy and all this stuff, like one of the major articles of trust these days is cell phones. So if you're in a relationship with somebody and you don't have their password, ask them for it. And if they get crazy and defensive, something's going on. Just saying. And actions do speak louder. But if you're questioning this, my dear, that's your intuition telling you. You think you already know. You're just looking for confirmation. Yeah. There should be nothing to hide. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, first thing I'm going to do, here's my phone, here's my password. Please don't buy anything on Amazon, but you can check and see what I'm up to. Like, I got nothing to hide from anybody. It's just plain and simple. If you're not willing to be completely 100% transparent with the person you're with, then you are not with the right person. Or you've got some shit you've got to clean up before you can get in a relationship because you're not ready yet. Love you. But yeah, go ahead and follow me, guys. I try to go live at least twice a week. Sometimes more than that. It depends on what I got going on. I'm in the middle of filming a few things. I work in the film industry, and I also volunteer for the Wildlife Command Center, so the next few weekends are going to be booked up for me with the Renaissance Fair, and I will be in North Carolina in the middle of October for a wedding, so I'll try to do a few readings from there. But luckily there's travel, so if I have a few minutes, I'll be able to sit down and like draw a card for you guys or whatever, but going live, I need to have at least an hour. So, I try to go live on Mondays and Fridays just so I can give you guys a weekly of what's going on and then maybe like a weekend situation. And then at the beginning of the month, I'm going to try and do like a monthly situation and see what's going to go on for the month ahead. But I'm still working all this out. I'm still relatively new to it, but I love you guys. Go ahead and follow me and hit the bell so that you know when you get notified when I'm going live, okay? I'm exhausted. I had a very long weekend and I need a shower. I love you guys. See you later.